We strive to be a welcoming congregation. We are so happy that you all are here, and we hope that your spirits are lifted by your presence in this community. Today is an Action Sunday. The theme is Democracy in Action.
All right, now it's on. This is the protest songs section of the Action Sunday. Jack thought this would be fun to do, so she asked Jeremy if he could do it, and he was going to be out of town, but he said Sean Collins would be great. So she asked Sean. Sean said, well, no, he's going to be out of town, but maybe Tom Newman. so here I am.
Not first, but best.
And I knew what I would need to do was gather talented musicians around me. Dave, on Wednesday night, I dreamt that we were doing this, and we had a bass player. So I sent an email to Dave saying, can you come play bass with us and make my dream come true? And so Dave is a late addition. And what I promised was that I picked out, when I first started doing this, Paul sent me a Wikipedia selection that was like, 30 pages or something, I think. It was just overwhelming. And then Sheila sent me a list of 100 top songs. I decided I would just do ones that I knew and had special significance to me. And the first one we're doing, which you can actually put the lyrics up now, As We Come Marching. Marching is familiar to many of you because it's in the hymnal. As a special connection, first, I was thinking this would be a good one to do on our Flower Communion Day. But it's significant to me because this was one of the best strikes ever. In 1912, 20,000 workers walked out of the textile mills in Lawrence, Massachusetts. And I read a little bit more about this. The conditions in those mills were just horrible. A third of people, more than a third, died before age 25. Most of the workers were girls between 14 and 18, but many used forged birth certificates to be able to work at under 14. The infant mortality in Lawrence, Massachusetts, was the 5th highest in the nation, the other 4 all being mill towns in Massachusetts. So things were awful. The state passed a law limiting the work hours from 58 to 56, and they didn't increase the amount of pay, and the workers walked out. And in my Songs of Work and Protest book here, there's actually a quote from Bill Haywood, one of the leaders of the Industrial Workers of the World, the IWW. How many here have heard of the Wobblies, the IWW? Good. Anyway, he says, Bill Haywood said, it was a wonderful strike, the most significant strike, the greatest strike that has ever been carried out in this country or any other country. The strikers had a committee of 56 representing 27 different languages. Immediately behind that committee was a subcommittee of another 56 prepared in the event of the original committees being arrested. So my grandfather, my paternal grandfather was a Wobbly. My uncle Bill, William H. Newman, his name is actually William Haywood Newman, after one of the leaders of this strike, Bill Haywood. And so that's part of the significance of the song for me. So let's do less talking and more singing. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Ready? As we come marching, let's try it again. As we come marching in the beauty of the day, 1,000,000 darkened kitchens, 1,000 mill lofts gray, are touched with all the radiance that a sudden sun discloses. For the people hear us singing bread and roses, as we come marching, we battle tune for men, for they are women's children, and we mother them again. Can,
people can see it?
well, they can see it, just we.
Can we see it too? Oh, okay.
Yeah, can we have the lyrics there? And for the singing, I either turn my mic down or move it over to Sheila or move over here to Johanna. Okay, so this next one, The Preacher and the Slave, this is another wobbly song from the IWW. It was written by Joe Hill, and the Wobblies, they were really representing sort of the people at the bottom of the food chain in the labor market, and they sometimes had to go from town to town, and they'd end up often having to stay around Skid Row, where the Salvation Army typically would be set up with their little band and singing songs. And one of the songs they used to sing was In the Sweet By and By. In the sweet by and, there we go, by and by. When we meet on that beautiful shore, all about how everything's going to be great in heaven. And Joe Hill wrote a parody of that song called The Preacher and the Slave. And I can't tell if they have the lyrics up there yet. Yeah, so let's get the Preacher and the Slave up in all of these. Or should we just go ahead? There we go. So do a little intro. Long-haired preachers come out every night, trying to tell you what's wrong and what's right. But when asked about something to eat, they will answer in voices so sweet. You will eat, by and by. Side by side we for freedom will fight. When the world and its wealth we have gained, to the grafters we'll sing this refrain. You believe by and by, when you've learned how to cook and to fry, chop some Our next song is actually about Joe Hill. Joe Hill was executed by a firing squad in Salt Lake City, Utah. He was accused of a murder. It's unclear whether he did it. Most of us think he didn't. The evidence certainly was very weak. He asked, one of his quotes was, "Don't mourn, organize." He asked that his body be cremated and the ashes be divided into aliquots and sent by mail to every state in the Union except Utah. He didn't want to be caught dead in Utah. And that is what happened. This song about Joe Hill, written by Alfred Hayes, who actually dated my mother at one point. So another connection. The lefties in the LA area in the 30s, they often got together.
Dated
Okay.
a bunch of them.
She dated them. Yeah, also Dalton Trumbo,
Was he
the screenwriter. What?
Was he a banjo player, Tom?
I don't think so. I certainly didn't know him. Okay, so this is Joe Hill. Are the slides up there, Joe Hill?
Yeah, there is. Can you give me a year of when was he executed? What about, do you know about it?
1915.
Oh, 1915.
1915, thank you.
Must be true.
I just wondered if the class was kind of at its height in the 20s, if that was.
Yeah, the IWW, I think, was in the early part of the 20th century. Jewish Star. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you or me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, says he. I never died, says he. In Salt Lake Joe, says I to him standing by my bed. They framed you on a murder charge, says Joe, but I ain't dead. Says Joe, but I ain't dead. The copper bosses killed you, Joe. They shot you, Joe, says I. Takes more than guns to kill a man, says Joe, I didn't die. Says Joe, I didn't die. And standing there as big as life and smiling in his eyes, Joe says what they can never kill, went on to organize, went on to organize. Joe Hill ain't dead, he says to me. Joe Hill ain't never died. When working men are out on strike, Joe Hill is at their side. Joe Hill is at their side. From San Diego up to Maine, in every mine and mill, where workers strike and organize, says he, you'll find Joe Hill. Says he, you'll find Joe Hill. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you or me. Says I'm Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, says he. I never died, says he. I never died, says he. Oh, okay, hang on. So this one, I think we all know this land is your land, although it has some sort of subversive verses that sometimes people don't sing. But we are going to include at least that one about no trespassing. Verses. I'm sorry, I just have to retune here a sec.
I didn't know you could play the banjo.
Well, I sort of do. Okay, we all ready here? You want an intro? No, let's just do it. Let me make sure this. Okay. This land is your land. This land is my land. California, your island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that river up highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forests to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I rambled, I followed my footsteps through the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. As I reached your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. When the sun comes shining and I was strolling, and the wheat fields waving, and the dust clouds rolling, and the fog was lifting, a voice began. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I saw a sign there, and that sign said, "No trespassing." But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. That sign was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forests to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you
It isn't nice. I thought that was a Pete Seeger song. That was later.
Well, Woody Guthrie wrote it. Lead singer often sang it. Yeah, what about that? Harmonica. So this next song is by Malvina Reynolds. She was my father's first cousin, and there's actually one of the rooms there. This was before my time here, but one of our rooms there, and Ari is actually named the Malvina Reynolds book. She has a couple of songs in the hymnal. She let's see, wasn't allowed to graduate from high school because she was too radical, but she nonetheless ended up enrolling at UC Berkeley and getting a PhD. And she started writing songs, I think in her 50s, in her 50s. And she used to come to our house to sing them. So, and she wrote all these children's songs, which we always thought she wrote for us. Maybe she did, but maybe, anyway.
She would line them up on the couch, the 5 children, and try out the new children's
Try out the new children's song for us. Anyway, this one is one of her less well-known. Her most well-known song is Little Boxes. This is a less well-known song from the Civil Rights era. I had to look up, there's a reference to Mr. Charlie. Maybe you all knew this, but Mr. Charlie is sort of what they called like the man. It was like the white establishment.
Oh, wow.
And there's a reference to Medgar Evers as well, who you probably know was an NAACP officer who got shot in Mississippi. Anyway, whoops, we're back. We got these out of order here because we're back in the key of G. There we go. Okay, it isn't nice to block the doorway. It isn't nice to go to jail. There are nicer ways to do it, but the nice ways always fail. It isn't nice, it isn't nice. He told us once, he told us twice, but if that is freedom's price, we don't mind. It isn't nice to carry banners. It isn't to lie on the floor or to shout or cry at freedom at the hotel and the store. It isn't nice, it isn't nice. He told us once, he told us twice, but if that is freedom's price, we don't mind. We have tried negotiations, and the free men picket line. Mr. Charlie didn't see us, and he might as well be blind. Now our new ways are nice when we deal with rid of ice, but if that is freedom's price, we don't mind. How about those years of lynching and the shop in Ever's back? Did you say it wasn't proper? Did you stand up on the track? You were quiet just like mice. Now you say we are nice, and if that is freedom's price, we don't mind. Nice to block the doorway, it is nice to go to jail. There are nicer ways to do it, but the nice ways always fail. It isn't nice, it isn't nice, but thanks for your advice, 'cause if that is freedom's price, we don't mind. 'Cause if that is freedom's price, we don't mind. I want to pause and thank Sheila, who made all of these slides with the lyrics. And Sheila and I actually rehearsed. When was that? Wednesday or Thursday or something? Okay, Wednesday, I think, or something early in the week. So yeah, we found mistakes and we fixed them. So anyway, thank you, Sheila, who did most of the work for this. And now we're back in C for We Shall Overcome. This is another one that, it's okay. The, what time is it? No, we got time. We got this one, we've got Where Have All the Flowers Gone? And is that all we have the lyrics for? We got time. So this one also was of significance to me because when I was little and Malvina used to sing to us, there would be these free concerts in Berkeley, like the Greek Theater, that she would sing at, and Pete Seeger would come to these things too, and other folk singers, and this is one of the songs he sang. We had hardly any records at home when I was growing up, but one of them was him at Carnegie Hall singing this. And those of you who have been on the No Kings and Indivisible protests have seen me with my We Shall Overcome sign, which I meant to bring in, but it's in the car.
Wow.
Okay, and we're gonna just try and I'm sorry I have to keep going back and forth. Good enough. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I know that timing, we have one more song, and this is Where Have All the Flowers Gone? Seemed particularly appropriate because of the chorus that is, when will they ever learn, when we're starting a new war in the Middle East, thinking that we can somehow solve problems by dropping bombs. And we're in C here still?
C.
Great. Okay. Time passed. Okay.
Wait till you can start it.
Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? The girls and pink and everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? Gone to young with everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to soldiers everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long to everyone. When will they ever Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? Gone to youngest everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Long to youngest everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they I want to, thank my fellow musicians, Chris and Paul back there. Thank you so much. And Johanna also did rehearse with us. Did some harmonies. So.